As our community deals with yet another violent death, it is part of a wider conversation about crime in the district. D.C. Council's new head of the Public Safety Committee wants to hear from you. She's holding a 3-day public forum on gun violence, and today was day one. Our John Henry sat in on that forum, and John, I understand a lot of people shared their personal experiences as a result of gun violence.
Yes, that's right, Leslie. Today's roundtable wrapped up just 2 hours ago, and it touched on many of the ways gun violence impacts D.C. life. In D.C., the topic of gun violence has become hard to escape.
There's shots fired.
It could be a young person.
4 wounds to the chest.
It can be an old person.
Brazenly fired weapons in the middle of a street.
You don't know who it's going to be.
That's why Councilmember Brooke Pinto organized this roundtable to let locals discuss solutions with their leaders.
I hear every day from residents frightened by the epidemic of violence, especially gun violence. It is an emergency. It is a crisis.
MPD data shows there's already been 380 crimes committed with a gun this year. Councilmember Brianna Nadeau said today there's no one solution to the problem.
If it were as easy as hiring more police or locking people in jail and throwing away the key, we in cities around the country would have solved it long ago.
Instead, many roundtable participants said D.C. needs to focus on what causes gun violence.
We have to have a war on poverty. Poverty, as Aristotle stated, is the parent of revolution and crime.
Others added violence interruption programs need more funding.
And they all have to be better trained.
We know this, the impact of gun violence is wide-reaching. A Children's Hospital doctor testified 17% of teens they've seen in their ER have seen
someone shot, stabbed, or killed.
And then there's the economic impact.
Crime in Ward 8 is deterring businesses from coming here.
Still, some residents feel the federal government should not dictate how D.C. approaches the issue. Michelle Chappelle said the council's revised criminal code should stand.
I urge the council to push back against the narrative that the RCC is soft on crime and to demand that D.C. home rule be respected.
Now, the roundtable will continue tomorrow in person at the Anacostia Library at 11 a.m.
A lot of people came out, and I'm sure they're going to hear many more in the days to come. John, thank you. You know, I heard that one woman mentioned something happening with D.C.'s revised Criminal Code Act in Congress, and it's something we've been talking about a lot here on WUSA 9. Yesterday at 5, we reported the president saying he would not veto a congressional disapproval of that code. What updates are you hearing about that?
Well, the White House press secretary was asked about the matter just a few hours ago, and she said the president still supports statehood, but it's in line with the mayor. He was not a fan of the bill's policies.
The way that we see this bill, it doesn't actually reform policing practices. That's not something that it does.
And a Capitol Hill source tells WUSA 9 that the Senate will take up the disapproval bill next week, and once it passes, it'll head to the president's desk, where again he plans to sign it into law. Leslie?
There'll be a lot of conversation about that too, John. Thank you.